I can turn this thing around. There we go. So we are in Puerto Morelos, Mexico. We're just about 30 minutes south of Cancun and 30 minutes north of Playa del Carmen. There we go. Hi. So, let's see. This is kind of an impromptu going live, but today we are launching my TripAdvisor group trips. We are launching 2 only, and I have another one coming, we hope, next week. So please subscribe to the newsletter. I'll put that in the link because I already have 2 people that have booked a trip before it's officially launched because they were subscribed to the newsletter. So I will show you where I'm at one more time. And if you guys are just logging on, let me know where you guys are watching from and when you're going to be in Mexico. Look right over my shoulder. Look at how beautiful this is. We're just going out fishing. Here, let's turn this around for a second. So I'll update you guys here in a minute what's going on and what my TripAdvisor trips look like. That's our leaning lighthouse. Oops. All right, so yes, for those of you on here, let me know where you guys are watching from. And my friend's phone has notes on it for me, and it's not supposed to lock, but it keeps locking. Oh, okay. Now I know her code to hack her phone. All right, so let me know where you guys are watching from and when you're gonna be in Mexico. If you guys wanna know her code, it's 8364. I'm just kidding. Yes, let me know when you guys are gonna be in Mexico and where you're watching from. All right, so I'm gonna give you the skinny on what's going on, or the chubby, if you're talking about me, about what's going on with my TripAdvisor group trips. So, like I mentioned, I am here in Puerto Morelos, here at the main lighthouse. And so my TripAdvisor group trips has been something, I'm not gonna move too much because my internet wasn't working and Marbella was nice enough to let me steal their internet. But, so we have, you know, this little bit of beach that we have right here. So what I'm doing is something that I've wanted to do for over 5 or 6 years, called a local all-inclusive experience. So basically you guys are gonna have a semi all-inclusive experience to where you're gonna, well, the first 2 trips I'm launching will be here in Puerto Morelos. So let me mention that first. And basically it'll include a lot for you to stay active, but also enough for you to have your time alone and do things that you wanna do. Hold on, let me get to my notes. I don't even know how to get to the code. I don't know how to deal with iPhones. I'm so sorry. Oh, there it is. I got it. Holy moly. Can you tell I'm not an iPhone person? Okay, so here's the deal. I love all-inclusives, I really do. But I want to encourage people that either A, maybe are a little nervous to travel on their own, B, have never stayed off of an all-inclusive, or have, but are looking for something that's a little more planned for them. C, you're looking to meet new friends that want to travel along with you, you know, so meet new people. Or like, for example, the first 2 people that booked, I think it's her and her friend that are going, and then her sister's also going to book once she gets her passport updated, so be sure to update your passports. So the first 2 trips that I'm launching are a adults only Puerto Morelos experience that will be including, let me see. So actually trip 1, the first one that's actually gonna happen will be April 6th to April 10th. And that's this year for families. So that's anyone that has kids that are 14 years or older. I did a poll on Instagram and Facebook asking people like if they were okay with having kids on the trip, and a lot of people said no. So I decided to make 2 separate trips, one that's adults only, 21 plus. So obviously if you have adult kids, you know, bring your kids. I have one lady that's bringing 2 of her adult kids, obviously. But for teens, 14 years and older, I have another date for that. So that's April 6th to the 10th. And that's going to include your hotel stay. Hi. Leanne says, watching from Poconos, Pennsylvania. You must have lots of snow. No plans as of right now to come down, but would like to do an Isla Mujeres trip. Awesome. We will be doing, on the adults only, we will be doing catamaran sailing to Isla Mujeres. And that's actually one of my favorite tours because you drink, you dance, you sail, you shop. It's amazing. So, for example, the family 14 plus will be including your hotel, and the hotel has a beach club, restaurant, bar, pool, which we will be having a pool party. And some of the activities include round trip transportation. If you guys are just jumping on, let me know where you're watching from and when you're going to be in Mexico, and what Trish Advisor trip you're thinking about going on. And then we'll also include snorkeling, cenotes, ATVs, and zip lining, which it'll be 2 cenotes. And then we'll do the Cushie's Cool farm to table cooking, Mexican cooking experience. What? Then we'll have a pool party with tacos, beer, sodas, and juice for the kids, and more. So that's the thing, is that I want to include a lot for you guys. I wanted to make it affordable, so we're going to do a $250 deposit, and then the balance will be due over the next, I think, 4 months, so you can make like 3 other payments. KM Life is good. Yay! He says, I'm just 400 feet north of you. I'll try to come say hi. Just walking. Wait, north. Wait, which way is north? North is that way. Oh, it's so funny. Hey, Brian Aiden says, watching from Nebraska. Ooh, it must be cold there. What temperature is it there? Yikes. So that's the family trip. The adults only trip, same thing. We're going to the same hotel that I hosted a group of 55 women at. And I realized, like, after hosting that group, I was like, man, I can do this, and I'm a badass. Like, I've been hosting people for 7 years in Mexico, and literally thousands of people, and I've realized that I've wanted to do this local all-inclusive experience for a long time. So now I'm really excited to share Mexico with you, but not just behind the camera. I want you to join me and see it and experience it with me, you know? I'm just so excited about this. So adults only is April 13th to the 17th, so it's over a weekend. And like I said, you guys can make a $250 deposit, and then it's about $180. The total of both trips is $895, including your hotel, your airport transportation, and all the activities that we're gonna do. Irving, I said, oh, I'm in Puerto Morelos. So I did say where I was at. I'm in Puerto Morelos, just south of Cancun and north of Playa del Carmen. Okay, and so on that trip, the adults only, it's going to include catamaran sailing to Isla Mujeres, which is an open bar, buffet, 2 stops on the island. And then, like I said, snorkeling, catamaran, pool party with tacos and beer. And then I'm also including a welcome dinner with entertainment. That'll be a surprise. And then another dinner that's going to be a goodbye dinner on the sand, literally on the sand. And then I'm going to include 2 breakfasts as well. So it'll give you some things to experience with us as a group, but also on your own, which I think is really important, because I kind of just want to hold your hand a little bit in the beginning, and then you have a chance to go explore on your own. Okay, so that's that. Now, the one that I've been getting, I got like 4 emails yesterday and about 10 the day before. Everybody's asking about Day of the Dead in Merida, because that was originally the one I was going to launch, but I didn't, because I did a poll on Facebook and Instagram, and I got feedback that you guys were willing to spend $150 more to have a highly upgraded hotel. So my original idea was to stay in Merida at a mansion. Well, the mansions that I went to were all really run down and not well maintained. But with this $125 upgrade, I'm able to get us a much nicer hotel, and I'm in the middle of trying to finalize things with them now. And I'm very excited about this because I think Merida is going to be a very, all of them are going to be very amazing. But obviously I experience Puerto Morelos every day, so something new for me will be fun too, obviously. But Day of the Dead is such a beautiful experience, and the culture behind it and the tradition behind it is just so different than anything I've ever experienced. And in Merida they have what's called Hanal Pishan, and so it's actually the same thing as Day of the Dead, but they celebrate it a little bit differently. For example, they have a peeb, which that's where they cook the food in the ground, but it's also the food. Okay, so all that to be said is that if you guys are interested in the Day of the Dead trip, please subscribe to my newsletter. I'm going to launch it there first, and the first 10 people I should say no. Yeah, on the Day of the Dead, the first 10 people that book, they get room preference, so you get a better room, and any of you that are Patreon members, you'll also get room preference, depending on who books first and who is a Patreon member. Like I said, you'll get room preference, but all the rooms are beautiful, let me just be honest. But when you book, you can also get $50 off, and I'm going to launch that only in the newsletter. So subscribe to the newsletter. I'll put the link in the description on the video, okay? So I think that's pretty much it. Let me just look through my notes now that I know her code. You guys, I'm like that old lady that doesn't know how to do technology. I'm like, honey, can you help me? Because I don't get it. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I guess I can't get to it. I don't know how to do it. I'm not iPhone savvy. I'm literally like that old lady. Living that life, he says. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that's it. So Day of the Dead, I'm launching on the newsletter only. And then, like I said, I did a poll on Instagram and Facebook where you guys had said we are willing to spend more on the hotel. And the Day of the Dead trip is probably going to be $1,250 or $1,300. I just have to finalize the trips, the hotel. But that's one I'm really excited about because that one, not only will you guys be able to put a deposit down, but I'm breaking it down into 8 payments so you can make it affordable, so you can make payments on the trip. But I want you guys to actually experience Mexico, not to, here, you can have it back. Not to just see me filming and sharing Mexico with you, but to actually bring you along, show you, and you can experience it in a whole different way. So, and the other thing is, I'm only just starting with Mexico. I want to go to Colombia, Chile, Brazil. I mean, I want to go on African safaris. Like, I want to do all this stuff, but I want to start with Mexico and go from there. So I hope you'll join me, and I will be putting the links in the description box for you guys to check it out. So like I said, let me know where you guys are watching from, when you're coming to Mexico, and if you're looking at a Puerto Morelos trip or you're interested in the Day of the Dead trip, put a comment here. Irving says, living that life. He's like, I'm jealous. I'm in North Carolina and this is cold. Ooh. Yeah, it's like literally like 85 here. All right, so I'll leave you with the view. How beautiful is this? Gorgeous, gorgeous, darling. All right, I hope to see you guys on a My TripAdvisor trip. I'm very excited about this, and I can't wait to have you here. See you soon. Nos vemos pronto. Bye, guys. Yay. Okay, now how do I turn it off? How do I turn this thing off? Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes.